Hi folks, how's it going? Welcome to another My Thoughts on, and it is a game that I'm just completed right now. It's not taking me too long, maybe 5-6 hours in total over the last couple of days. And yeah, as you can tell by the title, it is of course Aliens Colonial Marines on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, and for people that, this game got a really bad rating. Really bad, shocking reviews. So for everybody that hates this game, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I kinda enjoyed it. I don't know why, but I kinda enjoyed it. Whether or not I recommend this game is a different story. But if it was like, £7-8, it'd be a different story. I'd probably say maybe not. It's maybe not worth the money. But you can get it for like £3-4 brand new. And to be honest, I think it's worth it. It's only, like I say, it's only a 5-6 hour long game. But for me, I got enjoyment out of the game. I don't know why. I went into it with very low expectations. Expected to hate the game, But when I compare it to games that I've completed that I consider really bad games, like Mindjack and like Beowulf, the video game, when I compare it to that, this game is brilliant compared to those games, as far as I'm concerned. For people that played Aliens vs Predator, if you played this game, guys, and if you liked the Marine campaign in this game, you'll probably quite like Aliens Colonial Marines, because it does feel kind of like this. Maybe not quite as good. I do feel like the Marine campaign was slightly better in this, in my personal opinion. But if you got some enjoyment out of that, you'll probably like Aliens Colonial Marines, or at least find it half decent. And there's quite a lot of annoying parts in the game, things I didn't like doing. Like shooting the humans, for instance, I wasn't really a big fan of that. It just felt so mediocre, you know what I mean? I think it is the whole aliens thing though, because I think in Alien vs Predator you had to shoot humans when you were the Marine, and Alien Trilogy you had to shoot humans as well. But I do think it worked better in Alien Trilogy because that was a brilliant game. But for me, just shooting the humans in this game was a bit mediocre. I personally like to play these games to shoot like aliens and stuff, I just think it was a bit strange how like the first mission it started off a bit creepy, and you're fighting all these aliens, and in the second mission you're randomly just fighting all these humans. It was a strange kind of transformation, and I personally think the game would have benefited maybe slightly more, in my opinion, if you were fighting aliens more than actual humans, because the way the game is, it's kind of like mixed. Some of the levels you're fighting, some of the missions you're fighting aliens, some of the missions you're fighting humans, and some of them's like a mixture of both. Another disappointing thing about the game was the lack of like different enemies. It wasn't really a big variation. When you're fighting humans, you had like two different types of humans basically. You had your normal humans, and then you had like big armoured guys with flamethrowers. Obviously the big armoured guys take more bullets to kill. But basically that's what you're fighting throughout the whole game, two different types of humans. And as for your aliens, you fight obviously your normal xenomorphs. And you've got your facehuggers, which in my opinion didn't make enough appearances throughout the whole game. I think it was like mission 1. You had quite a few facehuggers, and then like mission 7 or something. So yeah, there's not too many facehuggers. In my opinion, facehuggers are bloody awesome because they're blooming creepy. They're really they creep you out. So I don't think there was enough facehuggers in the game, in my opinion. And then of course you have you get slightly larger xenomorphs. You get exploding xenomorphs, and you've got your queen at the end. So that's basically 5 different types of monsters, or aliens if you want to call it, if you want to call them that, and 2 different types of humans. So that's like 7 different enemies throughout a whole, 11 missions. I think it's 11 missions, which I think was really strange as well. It should have made it 10 or 12, but no, 11 missions. It's quite a strange number. I'm not going to start criticising the game just for the number of like missions it has, just because the number of missions seems odd. I thought there'd maybe be an alien campaign. I really did. Cause I really did enjoy the alien campaign in Alien vs Predator. Actually, that was my favourite campaign. So I was a bit surprised. It's only the Colonial Marine, or the Marines, you play as. I've not actually got an aliens campaign. I think you can play as aliens when you're playing online. But yeah, again, a bit surprised there was no aliens campaign as well. Now to talk a little bit about the weapons. I'll start off with the grenades because it took me a little bit to get used to these grenades. Because when you're playing like Call of Duty or Battlefield or that, you can have your weapon equipped, and then you can press what L2 or R2 to just to throw a grenade, but you can still have your weapon equipped. With this game, you have to basically deselect your gun and go to grenade. You have to press the left button on the directional pad to basically equip a grenade. And when you've got your grenade equipped, you can't shoot your gun. You have to de-equipped or unequipped your gun just to hold a grenade, which is really bloody strange in my opinion. I mean, I pressed R2 a few times. From what I can tell, R2 did not have a function in this game, so I don't know why they couldn't use that as a grenade button rather than have to unequip your weapon, which took a bit of getting used to, not gonna lie. And for me, most of the time, it was bloody annoying. There's not really that many guns in the game as well, guys. There's 2 different assault rifles, there's 1 battle rifle, there's 4 different types of shotguns for some reason, and there's 4 different pistols or handguns which you can unlock throughout the whole game. I did actually quite like the ranking or the level up system, I think it's called. I thought that was pretty cool, the level up system. Basically what happens is you get experience for killing enemies, for meeting certain objectives, and basically you can level up and you can unlock upgrades and that, which you can use to basically give some of your guns different different sights and stuff, different skins, different attachments and things, extended magazines, suppressor sight and stuff like that. It was a really good idea, but for me it just didn't really work too well. This wasn't that much of a variety for me. I didn't feel as much of a variety. It was more or less the same kind of thing for each weapon. So not enough variety as far as I'm concerned. And the challenges I think were a bit strange as well. I mean, it's fair enough, there's decent ones kill so many enemies with a certain type of gun and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Or dismember 20 limbs from xenomorphs, things like that. That's fair enough. But this is a problem I got. A challenge I got, I think it was about mission 3 or something. So, and it was kill 5 facehuggers. Now this was a problem for me, because to do that, to meet that objective, to complete that challenge, to get the XP from that challenge, I would have had to have redone mission 1. Because from mission 2 to mission 8 or 9, there was no facehuggers at all. So it was basically impossible to do that unless you went back and did the first mission again, which I just didn't want to do. I mean, I've done that mission. I want to progress. So I think it should have give you certain challenges for certain missions. So obviously they could have done the facehugger thing for mission 1. Stuff like that. There's no point of having an achievement for killing a certain enemy if there's not going to be that many of that certain enemy for 7 or 8 missions. It's strange, as far as I'm concerned. So it works, but it doesn't work, if you get my drift. As for fighting the Queen, the final boss and things, I'm not going to spoil it, but they could have done it so much better, as far as I'm concerned. They could have done it so much better. It just wasn't really that satisfying. The ending was yeah, the game's over, that's it, I just wasn't a fan of the ending, wasn't a fan of the final boss with the Queen Xenomorph. It could have been so much better. It was better in the Queen fight was far better in Alien vs Predator, in my opinion. It was brilliant in that. I thought it was really, really well done, as well as the Alien trilogy. But yeah, the Queen fight in this just wasn't really that brilliant. So I think that's really all I've got to say, guys, for this game. Yeah, I think it's been quite a short video, but yeah, short and sweet. That's my thoughts on it, guys. Let me know, guys, if you've played it. What do you think of the game? Because I still think it's a decent game. I think it's decent. I enjoyed it. I actually sat and played this yesterday for over 2 hours. I mean, there's not many games that I can sit and play for 2 hours. Maybe I'm just a sucker for mediocre games. I don't know, because I kind of like Haze. So I'm a sucker for mediocre games. So. Yeah, that's probably the problem. But yeah, guys, I would recommend it for £3 or £4. Why not pick it up? Why not give it a try? You might be surprised. So anyway guys, that is that. Let me know what you think of the game, and I will catch you all in the next video. See you guys, thanks for watching.